Hi, I'm Meg, and this is the day in the life of a sales rep. As the SVP of sales at Bev, I set the strategy and direction for our team, as well as on the direct liaison between Bev and our wholesale partners, and also developing future leaders within the Bev organization. I've been in the role for 3 months, and Bev has been around for 5 years. I work in an environment that right now is a much smaller organization. I would say in comparison, I worked for a very large winery where I was one of many people, whereas now I work in a business. I'm actually the 26th employee. And when it comes to that, you touch a lot of different pieces of the business. You're not just in sales, you can touch the P&L statement, innovation, work with marketing, and really translating brand marketing into strategies for sales to execute our portfolio. As a sales professional, I take quite a few calls while driving the car. We're always on the road. So this particular call is about developing our CRM tool for our sales team.
Yeah, we got the accounts loading in. It just needs to process.
Okay.
And as soon as it processes, I'll be working on making sure that all the routes are set today.
And then I'll send you the email for the times because we'll all be in Nashville together. So it makes sense for us to do the group training. We'll all be in one space. The first thing I do when I get to the office is greet anybody who is here. And then I go set up shop with my computer and look at my daily task list and start my day. Before my day even starts, I know what it looks like. I plan my day the week before as well as review it the day before. I really believe in plan my work and work my plan. I'll start my day with looking at my emails, figuring out my daily tasks and going through them. Then from there, I have a meeting with the SVP of marketing. And then from there, I'm going to have a team meeting and really set our strategy and direction. And then on to a couple different accounts where we'll make sales presentations. And then from there, we'll wrap up with a recap at the end of the day. So now we're gonna jump into a meeting with our SVP of marketing, Paul, and we're gonna talk about our Rose Bowl partnership, as well as our partnership with the Nashville Soccer Club.
So
Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl.
So we had the meeting yesterday.
I thought the deck was super helpful.
Yes.
We're setting up another meeting on Tuesday, right? To talk about overall strategy for the Rose Bowl. I think once we get into the market, if we're seeing success with specific accounts or specific neighborhoods within LA, we can turn up the volume or turn down the volume on media spend to drive traffic into those accounts.
I think from my end, I need to reach out to our team for digital sweeps for tickets and what we want to do, because to activate in brick and mortar, we've got to have some sort of pull or hook to get them to want to put it, support it in account. The tasks I perform on a daily basis are change every single day. So today it was all about meetings in the morning, meeting with my team, meeting with marketing, and then going out and doing sales calls in the afternoon. The skills that people need to get into this line of work are confidence, empathy, passion, and I think also being kind, because at the end of the day, people buy from people they like. So let's just talk about the one sheets. Thank you, Mallory. I know you're listening. So we have the Pride one sheet. Yes, that's a hand clap. Yes, Mallory. So Mallory, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Mallory's done and she feels good, she's building it in Canva, she will always save a PDF, a PowerPoint, and then a link to the Canva. All right, thanks everyone. So I am now out to lunch with my sales team. We have Hans and Karina. We're here grabbing a little bit of food, talking about our agenda for the day, as well as what we need to accomplish over the next month. And then wrapping up after this meeting is we are going to present to the restaurant manager here. What's our lead item we're going to present today?
We're going to present Glow, our sparkling, because it's our newer item, and we think we could definitely do a sparkling mimosa program.
We're presenting to Chris.
Okay.
And they also do the buying for Winston House, which is on our street too. So it's really important just to keep great relationship with them because they own another restaurant.
All right, I have Karina here. She's our new sales rep, so in the area. So I thought it'd be good for her to come in and show you some of the new things we have.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So we just got in a sparkling Sauv Blanc.
This is local out of Venice.
Amazing.
So support local, made by chicks and good dudes.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to share these with my friends.
That would be fantastic. One of my most favorite things in this role is developing future talent, specifically in sales. And if you narrow it down further to the alcohol beverage industry, is traditionally male dominated. So to have the opportunity to develop the next generation of female leaders is something I couldn't pass up. I studied at University of Maryland, College Park. School prepared me for the confidence, the knowledge of people. Didn't necessarily prepare me for the wine skill set that I needed, but sales is really all about people, and school did help prepare me for that. For a career in sales, specifically in wine, you don't have to take classes. It's not necessary for me, but if I want to continue to grow and develop and also develop future leaders, it's important to grow my wine knowledge as well as my business acumen. We are here at a partner hotel account on the rooftop. I'm here with a couple of my sales reps to present a couple new items to the marketing director, as well as talk about our tasting room and how we can partner now and in the future. Thanks so much for taking the time to meet today.
Of course.
Talk a little bit about Bev. And we have a couple of new things to talk about, as well as our tasting room will be opening. And I brought Karina, our new sales rep in the area, kind of to get us started.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Awesome. So we have a new SKU that came out. I know you guys do well with all of our other ones. We wanted to show you one more.
I love that.
Cool.
So as a follow-up, we'll for sure circle back when the tasting room opens. And when we have our launch, we'll let you know so we can make sure you're able to attend and whoever you need to bring.
Sounds good.
Great. Thanks for your support.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you. Something I wish I knew about entering the sales career and the sales profession before I started was about being humble. When I was young, it was all about looking up and trying to get promoted as fast as possible and not understanding that just having different experiences was a promotion in itself. My long-term goals in sales, it's no longer about title. It's about creating opportunities, not just for more women, but also for brown and black people, and creating space for everybody to be their true, authentic selves. All right, we're back at HQ, and now we are just gonna recap the day, talk about it, and then head up to the roof and unwind. In this line of work, I would give someone the advice of get comfortable being uncomfortable. Things don't come in easy in sales. You hear more no than you'll ever hear yes, but that's how you challenge yourself to develop and become better. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to Indeed's channel. See you next time. I wanna hang out with you guys again, so I can't suck. If I suck, I'll never get to see you again.
What is the most satisfying?